I watched the police put handcuffs on my fiancé, and in that moment, I knew our relationship was already dead. She wasn't arrested for cheating. She wasn't arrested for violence. She was arrested for harassing a woman she hadn't spoken to since 6th grade. And somehow, she still believes she's the victim. I'm a woman in my 30s, and until very recently, I was engaged to another woman in her 30s. I'll call her Ella. We were together for 5 years. 5 years of building a future, of navigating family tension, of surviving the quiet pressure that comes with being queer in spaces that never fully accept you. I trusted her. I don't anymore. Ella had a rough childhood, harder than mine. She's butch presenting and always has been. As a kid, she was the tomboy, the loud one, the messy one, the girl teachers side-eyed, the girl classmates didn't know what to do with. I knew that left scars. What I didn't know was that she'd one day decide those scars were permission to hurt someone else. About a year ago, Ella joined an online anxiety group. That's where she found a therapist. At first, I was relieved. Therapy felt responsible, healthy, but something felt wrong almost immediately. Every session ended the same way. Ella was right, everyone else was wrong. There was no challenge, no accountability, just validation stacked on top of resentment. Eventually, the therapist focused on one thing: middle school. Ella started talking about a girl from 6th grade. We'll call her Bev. According to Ella, Bev called her gross, sometimes a pig. This happened when Ella would belch loudly in the cafeteria, make fart jokes, and play it up for laughs from a group of boys. I tried to say something gently. I said, "It sounds like those boys were encouraging it." Ella shut down instantly. Her therapist shut it down too. From that moment on, Bev wasn't just a kid from the past. She became the reason for everything wrong in Ella's life. Ella has ADHD. She's also a people pleaser to a dangerous degree. So when she started talking about closure, I didn't panic. I should have. One night, she casually said she'd found Bev on Facebook. I assumed curiosity. I was wrong. Ella wasn't curious. She was focused, watching posts, tracking updates, building a narrative. Weeks later, the truth came out. Ella hadn't just been watching Bev. She was harassing her. She called Bev's workplace and claimed they'd hired a sociopath. She contacted police anonymously, suggesting Bev's children were in danger. She left fake reviews. She made burner accounts, and she bragged about it online. She called it pro-revenge. Strangers applauded. I felt sick listening to the woman I loved talk like a villain who thought she was the hero. That should have been the end. It wasn't. Ella decided she needed a final moment, a confrontation. She went to Bev's workplace with a camera. She wanted proof, validation, control. Instead, Bev called the police. Because Ella had documented everything herself, there was evidence. Messages, posts, calls. No deniability. She was arrested. I watched the woman I planned to marry get handcuffed over something that happened when they were 12 years old. It didn't stop there. Ella worked with children. Once her online behavior became public, she lost her job. And still, she wasn't sorry. She blamed PTSD, a label her therapist suggested but never confirmed. She blamed Bev. She blamed society. She blamed me. Everyone except herself. I packed a bag. I went to stay with my family. I didn't feel safe anymore. Not emotionally, not legally, and not with someone who believed obsession was the same as healing. I reached out to Bev, not for closure, not for drama, to apologize. She sounded exhausted. She begged to be left alone. Then she did something that ended it for me. She apologized for calling Ella gross in 6th grade. I told her she didn't owe anyone that, and I admitted something Ella will never forgive me for. I said that if a kid was belching and making fart noises all day, I probably would have reacted the same way at that age too. Ella says she's a trauma survivor, that she was justified, that she's the victim. But victims don't stalk strangers. Victims don't destroy families. And healing doesn't come with handcuffs. Sometimes, the most dangerous thing isn't what happened to someone as a child, it's what happens when they refuse to ever let it end.